no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make us.
Mike Mahaney, and you're watching Out of the Fast Lane.
Brett Deyo at the Viaport Mall for the Fonda Speedway Car Show. And Brett, you just got back from Bridgeport, obviously yesterday's Short Track Super Series race. So a pretty busy morning, I would imagine, traveling back here.
Yeah, we got back last night about 2 in the morning, and got up, did the press release, got that posted, and wanted to get back here to be here today. It just so happened with everything on the same weekend. I was here for the move-in, and then went to Bridgeport yesterday, and then came back today. So from what I saw, yesterday was really, really good here, and we had a heck of a crowd at Bridgeport and a really good race. So it's been a pretty good weekend.
Absolutely, and season's kind of kicked off pretty quickly for you. You got the Sunshine Swing already happened, Port Royal, Bridgeport. Seems like 2025 is just in full kick for you. Right?
Yeah, we're definitely making news here lately. Keeping busy. Got through the Sunshine Swing. We got all the nights in there, and then with this resurfacing and everything at the end of the year at Fonda, trying to get everything situated to put some energy back into that. And I'm very happy with our March races for Short Track. The car counts have been good. The races have been good. And, talking to Doug Rose last night before I left Bridgeport, the crowd was, hugely improved over our events there the last couple of years.
Obviously, we all know last year with Fonda Speedway, the track had its issues, and obviously this year, brand new surface. What can we expect for 2025 with this surface on the track?
Well, we're already a month ahead of when we got on it last year. Yesterday, we had equipment on for the first time this year. The surfaces should be able to slow the speedway down. I'm hoping a second a lap without having tire wear and leaving multiple grooves. I mean, last year we had to keep the track so fast so that we didn't burn tires. It kind of affected the racing. Where this year, we're hoping we can slow it back down, get that slick and wide Fonda that people love. The quality of the clay is phenomenal. Got it from over in the Capital District over by Albany, and through Carver. They did a great job getting it over to us. We got it down while the weather was still good, and like I said, it was March 22nd yesterday, and we had equipment on the track. So that's a huge improvement over last year.
Obviously, we all know last year it was a challenging year for you as a promoter, coming back another full season. Obviously, it cut down a little bit. Obviously, no longer at Utica, but you're with Fonda and Short Track Super Series in Brookfield, cutting back just a little bit. How do you rebound after last year for this year?
Utica kind of took away from everything else because the amount of time for all of us for the facility. I mean, it's 100 plus acres. It took a lot of time from our staff, and it just frankly wasn't profitable. It pulled away energy from our other events. So when the opportunity came, it was a no-brainer for me. Heck, I tried to sign the back just to make sure it would go through. But it just it allows me to focus on Fonda. I did my best when I did a couple of things and did them very well. After COVID, just like a lot of different tracks, we tried to expand probably too much, took on too much staff. And the old saying, stay small, keep it all, for small business owners really rings true for us. We've got Jamie and Denise and our crew staying with us at Fonda. The Short Track's off to a good start. Brookfield, we're making gains. We're going to continue to do more there, LED lights, more clay, widening. But it's manageable now, when I get up every day, I feel relieved. And people that know me are like, you just have a different kind of aura about you. You're relieved, you're calm, and I think we're in for a good year.
Absolutely, and obviously you got your race car right here next year with Jack Lehner. New paint scheme. Any story behind the paint scheme, or what you guys decided
so at the end of last year, we had a great year with Jack last year. I cut my race team schedule way back from when I was with Chilling and Barron and those guys. Obviously we're regrouping financially, so I cut racing way back. But when we did race, we did very well. And Jack's been a great fit for us, and we finished top 5 in the series points for Short Track his first year. So at the end of last year, we went to the World Finals with the Madsen overhead doors engine, the Enders big block, and we all had a great time. We all got along, which is the key to a race team being successful. Brian and myself and Jack and everybody. And so this year, this car here is going to go to the Sunday races at Orange County. Big block races. We're teaming up with Madsen's to do that. And then we'll continue to run the Short Track Super Series North. We're not going to do anything outside of that. We're going to keep the schedule very tight, very affordable. So STSS North with Jack, and then the Orange County events with Madsen's engine. And as long as that goes well, we'll go back to Charlotte at the end of the year. So, the Madsens have been around a long, long time in racing. They've accomplished a lot. Somebody that grew up watching Brett Hearn and was named after him. It's pretty cool to have this name on the side of the car and to be teamed up with them. And they've made it. They made it so we can do some things with the race car I never thought I would have been able to do. So I appreciate what they've done.
And lastly, I'll ask, as a promoter, you're doing Short Track Super Series Fonda. What about promoting is just so fun to you to get to do this?
A night that goes well. Honestly, like last night, a national anthem time, looking out at Bridgeport and seeing that type of crowd, that makes you feel really good. And when Doug Hoffman took over Bridgeport, before he passed away, you know, him and I spent a lot of time together. So it was especially cool because he knew what Bridgeport could do. It was especially cool to see how the crowd was yesterday and thinking back to Doug's legacy and what he put into that racetrack. So that was cool. You know, a good quick night, an exciting race like at Port Royal. When we go to Florida and have more cars than we had last year, that's the stuff as a promoter that's rewarding. Then you just got to take the good with the bad and take the complaining and the bad nights too. It's just, that's part of the job. And this is year number 18 of me doing it, so I'm kind of getting used to it.
All right. Well, Brett Deyo hanging out here at the Viaport Mall. I appreciate you chatting with me today.
Thanks, Brady.